Silas, man, I mean, you cover it, better than anybody I know. Man, you're out there every day, what I'm saying, documenting these chemtrails. And now NASA is coming out calling them chemtrails. First, for 18 years, they kept saying contrails. It's just the regular planes. What are you talking about? What line? What do you see? I don't see anything. That's just the regular contrail. Then they finally come out, with a interview. You can look it up. NASA admits to lithium, spraying lithium. So they admitted, the head of the science department over there admitted that this is lithium and that they're testing the ionosphere. Well, no big deal, but you had to wait 18 years before you dropped that on the public, that you are spraying millions of tons of lithium all over the nation just to test the ionosphere. I mean, brothers, does that jive with you, my brother?
Man, it's madness, man. Seeing it every day. I ride my bike down to the beach every day, get on the bike path, look up, see the sky, pretty blue. Then, I hang out down there while I start seeing plane going north. Then I see a plane going south, looking like they're almost about to run into each other. And they're just spraying, man, and by the afternoon, because I'm usually down there for hours. So if I get down there by like 9 in the morning, by the time I leave at like 2 in the afternoon, man, it's just like a hazy cloud up there. And today, it was like a huge ring around the sun. And I remember somebody saying a while back that they saw it as well out here. But it creates like a huge ring around the sun, and within that ring, it has like rainbow-like colors, and it almost has like shading in it as well. And then outside that ring, you just see the white from the chemtrail. But I took a picture of it, man, as I've done before, and it's just that reflection from the aluminum, and all of that stuff is just, and it goes to, it's like it's drawn to the sun because they all go towards the sun and they cover up the sun and they spray it out. And it's really a process, man. And I know this because I see it from the time that they spray it until about 2 hours later. But by 2 hours later, man, it looks like a cloud.
Right.
But it's directly, it's straight, but it's all spread out. And then you just see them keep on going through, man. And I just be like, I know people are looking at me sometimes and just be like, what is he looking at? He's just looking at the sky. And I'm like, I can't believe that nobody else can see it because it's out there crystal blue. And you just see this long white street just going right through, man. It's like, and nobody says anything. And, we can't get away from it. Because we're in a dome, so no matter what they say, even if it was contrail, whatever they say it is, it's not going anywhere. It's staying within our atmosphere, and it damages our soil, our topsoil. It damages our water, not to mention, we're breathing it in every day, and people don't even realize it. They're just taking it in every day. We can't get away from it. They have an objective, and they're going to make sure that nobody escapes their objective. It's just disgusting, man. They have planes that are just actually loaded with barrels and barrels of chemtrails, that they just drive around and spray them out, man. And it's ruthless. I can't believe somebody even actually has a job that does that. But I did hear, I think there was pilots from Russia and from China. Then somebody had mentioned, that, pretty much that they're, sometimes they may have drones, but I don't believe that they have drones doing that. I'm sure even then, are piloted planes that they're doing this, man. But I can imagine, something like that resting with me. It's just sickening, man. It's taking me every day.
Yeah, and with the drones, look, these people got all kinds of stuff. I don't put drones past them. I have seen footage where You don't see the tail end of the plane. It's almost like a spherical little orb that's spraying this stuff. I mean, there's you can see this stuff on YouTube all the time, where it's not even a plane. It's like some type of glowing thing, but it's leaving the same trail. I don't know, but it's crazy. And whatever they're spraying, like we dropped, I'll just read this part from globalresearch.ca. And we will be dropping the chemtrails. I mean, we got a lot of heat coming, man, for the family. So, kings, man, and queens, to all y'all out there that's really contributing, all the love and support to get this information out. This is all global research, and then we'll, kick it up a notch. The U.S. military has been spraying chemical and biological weapons in open-air testing over civilian populations since the 1940s. They are called vulnerability tests. This is not a controversial statement. The military has admitted to this practice on many occasions, and there's plenty of documentation from the government to corroborate it. There is also documentation of intentional experimental releases of radiation on civilian populations. Unfortunately, this information tends to surface long after it could have saved lives or eased the suffering of victims. Over the past decade, independent testing of chemtrails. So these are independent tests. I always got to kick it back to my brother, Ron Devine, Prospect, man, who really knows how to dig into the Minority Report, has great research based on independent research. You can't just go with the machine. We got to build this frequency, rebuild it, brick by brick when we are building our house again. We got to do it brick by brick. You're not going to do it with popular research because they are backed and funded by your enemy, man. When it comes down to it. But that's what we're dealing with here. Lines in the sky. You see these fake clouds just clogging up things. This smoggy gray haze that the brother Silas is talking about. Over the past decade, independent testing of chemtrails around the country has shown a dangerous, extremely poisonous brew that includes barium, nano aluminum coated fiberglass, known as CHAFF. You have to do your research and type that in. Nano aluminum coated fiberglass, radioactive, thorium, cadmium, chromium, nickel, desiccated blood, dry blood, yo. Isn't blood in every witch's brew? Isn't that part of the whole sorcery? They put some blood in and they're spraying it on top of you. So you're getting some type of potion, some type of dried out aerosol potion, sorcery to control us, to make us, feel separated, to separate, to completely eradicate and break us down. So we got the chemtrail toxicity has already dramatically affected our deteriorating collective health. The significant increase in heart disease and various upper respiratory illnesses has been linked to vast increase in a particular matter in our air. This can be seen by some revealing statistics. So you got coronary heart disease, all right, and then you got the asthma, the upper respiratory disease. You got then you got the brain stuff. So you got the aluminum affecting your brain. You got the barium affecting your heart and your respiratory system. You got an attack on your heart and your respiratory system. Your children are getting asthma. We're getting all this heart disease, and it's all been increased. In 2006, 631,636 people died of heart disease. That's 1 out of every 5 American. In 2006, in Canada, asthma and respiratory illnesses, between 100 and 150 million people suffer from asthma worldwide. In the U.S., 16.4 million adults have asthma and 7 million children. That's not no popular thing. You go back 100 years, people didn't have asthma. They weren't dying of heart disease like this. 600,000 people. We're being deteriorated by these people, by these poisons, by this witch's brew. By this barium, it is deteriorating your heart. It is deteriorating your mind. You got the brain injury. You got the autism. You got the Alzheimer's at an all-time high. Aluminum is a major component in these aerosols. So with this aluminum that they're spraying, now it's affecting your brain and your heart. And it's a bang, bang, boom, boom.